You know what? It's 4 o'clock. It's an hour a little late, but a little bit of stretching would probably do us very good.
Okay. Yeah, please.
Totally.
I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get out of this island. Gonna do some squats while I try to.
So after we do like our normal stretches, I had a stretch I was going to show folks that might be really helpful since we've been sitting literally all week.
Alrighty.
Yes, please. Ooh, lovely light stretching music.
Oops. Don't touch the light, Speech.
Light. This is a stretch you can do with a switch in your hands. Yeah, what do you recommend for the lower back, Thomas?
That can be tough. Definitely, forward bends, touching toes and whatnot.
Yes.
But actually quadricep stretches I'd recommend.
Ooh, yeah,
they
just
connect
kind of bounce on one foot, sort of.
Yeah.
Can't quite see.
Those quads, they get really tight and they pull on the front of the pelvis, and that can tilt the pelvis forward and that can jam up the back.
Oh, that does feel good. Yeah, yesterday.
But the other one I was going to show you is also very heavily linked with low back pain. So I'll show you that here in a second.
Yeah, because the shoulder, just rolling the shoulders back, blew my mind yesterday. Of just, oh right, I have
Sweet.
muscles there.
Yeah. Opening up this area is really good.
Like I said, if you can find not right this minute, but later, if you can find a doorway or a corner of a wall to brace your arm against, to do like a pec stretch and get your elbow just a little bit above your shoulder, that's the stretch I show every client.
That's the
'Cause we
one
all
you stand in a corner and kind of press yourself into it.
Yeah, you can do that. I recommend doing one arm at a time, just so there's no weird balance issues or anything like that. But yeah,
Just
same
watch
kind of
me
thing.
push over all the bookshelves in the room.
That would be an amazing feat, given that they're all attached.
Yep, that's why. Corey, did you want me to drive for a bit so you could stretch too?
I'm okay, but
Okay.
what after this?
Okay.
I'll drive while you blaze it if you like.
I was considering what to place it on.
Upon which to blaze.
Yeah, I was thinking. I don't know how much detail, but people have been recommending watching some games on Reblaze.
Oh.
But I've never really done that, so I don't know if.
Yeah. And we've established that an actual baseball game is a series of numbers that go up or down, usually up. There's also, I don't know their name, but there is a pair that does running commentary when the games are active. And so that's if you don't like just staring at numbers.
I muted myself like a dummy. Sorry.
You're also doubled.
Hey.
Yeah, I guess I could do that. I could. So.
Hey.
Hey.
So, I asked to be big on the screen because I want to show you everyone the stretch, but it's a sitting stretch. So I figured it would be easier for me to be big and show you than for chat to actually see you folks.
All right.
With the way your cameras are set up. So there's this muscle called piriformis, and it's super important. It's this one right here. This is your coccyx here. This is your sacrum.
Oh yeah.
And it pulls your leg this way. Right.
Okay.
So most people, when they sit, like myself, like I've been doing all week, I tuck my leg under myself, or some people like to sit cross-legged, that kind of thing. That muscle gets shortened And then it's like that for a long time. So your body goes, well, that doesn't need to be so long. It's short all the time. It takes a lot of energy. So your body will actually shorten that muscle. And so stretching that muscle can be really, really helpful. For a lot of low back pain, hip flexor stuff. So the stretch is super easy. Anyone can do it seated. And all you got to do is take each leg and just kind of put your ankle on your knee here. My mic's in the way. And then from here, it's all about leaning forward. It's not about like how far down you can get your body or like touching your, like trying to touch your head to your knee. It's just all about bending forward at the waist here. Again, nice and gentle. And you should feel some stretch right in here. Yeah.
As soon as I hit the pose, as soon as I struck the pose, I could feel it.
Awesome. Again, nice and gentle. Don't push it too far. It should feel, you know, like at most like a tiny is bit uncomfortable, but it shouldn't hurt or nothing. And what's great about this is you can do it anywhere. You can do this on the bus. You can do this at your desk at home. You can do this on your couch. You can do this anywhere.
Does it matter the foot that's hitting the floor? Should those joints be like at a right angle or anything like that? Any particular height?
That would be best, but that's not what that's definitely not the focus of the stretch. The focus is the bending here and with the leg that's up on your knee.
Oh, I feel like a fossil. Oh, oh my gosh. Freeze me in some amber.
Yeah, so this one and the pec stretch I was talking about with the doorway or the corner, those are the two stretches I recommend to people the most by far.
Yeah, I sit cross-legged a lot for hours.
For sure.
Forever. Till my feet go numb, and then I have to remember to move them.
Yeah.
So as I tell a lot of folks, you know, like as often as you can think to do those, not like not like before, after exercise kind of stretch, but just like it's that mindfulness part that I was talking about the other day. Like as soon as you recognize like, oh, this kind of bothered me, just try to do them regularly if you can. And that gets you in the habit of doing it. And that gets those muscles stretched out more and more often. And so hopefully they're less tight and you have less discomfort.
Yeah, and on the subject of mindfulness, like if you are someone who is trying like mindful breathing or what have you, some people have a hard time just sitting still and just thinking about their breathing. I'm one of those people, and so I will do stretches like that, and you think about sort of breathing in, sort of power, and then relaxing as you exhale, and that's great for stretching. It's a great way to time like how much time you spent on either side. Just kind of strike the pose and then relax into and feel the stretch.
Absolutely.
Just awareness of your body. Yeah.
That's exactly it. Sometimes when I have clients that have a particularly hard time, like kind of like getting into their body when they sit down and say, hey, like, what do we want to work on today? And they're like, oh, I don't know. Well, you know, just a fairly standard mindfulness exercise where I'm like, okay, just kind of just close your eyes and do a body scan, right? And just kind of like bring your awareness to the top of your head, and just kind of bring it down through your body and just take note of what you're feeling in each section of your body. Yeah. So that was the stretch. I even wrote it down and everything. As you can see, I got my trail guide to the body out. This book is awesome. It's just anatomical drawings of all the bony landmarks and muscles.
Look at this nerd here with his muscle book.
Yeah,
that's so fun.
So I love talking about this stuff all the time.
It's very needed, and it's an underappreciated subject.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'm actually doing it right now. Continuing the stretch now. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah.